Okay, I'm going to teach you guys how to trim and tie up a prime rib roast. This is your pretty standard bulk buy, untrimmed, unpeeled prime rib roast from our local catering supply store. So first thing is you want to remove this part that runs along here. You see how there's a separation in these riblet meats? If you look right here, there is, you can see the seam where the fat is. So this piece right here is mostly fat, a little bit of meat in it. And then this is your standard prime rib piece where you also get your ribeye steaks. So first thing is you locate this seam right here. You can kind of tease it apart a little bit like that instead of trying to use your knife to portion it. And then look at that. You just rip it open like this. Make sure you guys can see. So this is where I teased it apart. And now you can just kind of tear that open. You can run your knife along here. Helps a little bit. So we're just going to continue to tease that apart right there. This is how butchers do it, by the way. A lot of chefs just use their knife, but butchers will just grab this motherfucker. Let's also get this outer layer peeled off too. So it's all that sinew, all that bloody fat you don't really want attached to your prime rib. Okay, so now we got that peeled apart. Now we can take and gently run our knife down this right here, just little cuts at a time so we can peel it off like that. Use your thumbs. Eventually down in here you'll see where this flap meets here. Just like that. See that flap? Okay, now we can cut that off. Another little slice right here. Peel that. See there's the membrane. Cut through it. Bam. So there's that piece right there, which again I said is mostly fat and sinew and tissue, and it's not very yummy. Set that aside. Okay, so now we got our roast right here. Now we do want to trim some of this off, but you always want to leave a little fat. A little fat cap on the prime rib. Fat is flavor. But you want to get all this not so appetizing looking, bloody looking fat. There's kind of a membrane on there, collagen. It's not very appetizing. So you just want to just lightly trim that off. Take your knife, just shave a little bit at a time. You're a perfectionist. That way you won't cut into the meat. You won't take too much fat off. We like to smoke our prime rib, so that fat on there is going to crisp up and be nice and delicious. It's also going to add moisture and flavor to the meat. Okay, so we got most of that off. Let's do that in that pile right here. Pretty gnarly, not very appetizing. Okay. Slice, trim the edges up a little bit. This is also kind of what you want to do if you're doing ribeye steaks. So now we got this riblet meat, and you know what, usually you can trim down in here. There's a membrane, so you can do that, but I think, you know what, sure, we're going to trim that off of there. So you just, again, little easy slices with your knife. You can use the tip, and you can see how this meat is also attached by a membrane. I'm not a real butcher, so I don't know what any of this shit's called. It's just in the way, and we don't want it. Plus, we grind all this up, make some pretty phenomenal burger meat. Alternatively, you can come at it from this side too. Give it a trim with your knife. Again, a little bit at a time. You never want to take off too much. You can always cut more, you can't uncut. Okay. that looks acceptable for a buffet prime rib experience. Let's hack that off. It's kind of nice to square your ends up a little bit. But we're going to tie this up first. I'll show you that next. Okay, now let's trim off some of this thicker fat right here that we don't need. You want a little fat, but not too much. And now you can just kind of clean this up as you like. Little shaves at a time. There you go. There's a nice prime rib roast. About some more of that. Just a little bit. Shave off the membrane. Leave some of that fat. There you go. Okay. There you go. I see you got a nice round piece, cut in slices. Now we're gonna tie this thing. So that's how you trim. This is ready to go. You can rub it like this, throw it in the fridge, let it sit. But for me, I like the lost art of tying your proteins, and I'll do that in this next video.